everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. Today I have the LEGO Star Wars UCS AT-AT, which released in November of 2021 and retailed for $850, but it recently retired at the end of 2024. This is an absolutely huge box, and the AT-AT was a set that I've desired for so long. I consider it the best LEGO Star Wars set. Anyways, set number 75313, 6,785 pieces. Moving on this side of the box is a rear view of the AT-AT. On the back of the box shows all the features and a couple of movie stills of the AT-AT from Empire Strikes Back, and the full interior that this set has, which is absolutely awesome. On this side of the box is a front view of the AT-AT, which looks very nice. On the top of the box is a top view with all the minifigures that come in this box, and of course, the underside has an underside view of the AT-AT. So when you open the box, there is a nice Imperial logo, kind of shield symbol shape, and it has some nice artwork of an AT-AT and a couple of snowtroopers, which looks very awesome. When you open that again, you actually get a picture of a rebel trooper using the macro binoculars looking at the AT-ATs coming towards them. So this is a very nice shot. Once you take these two flaps up, you see all the 4 big boxes that come in the set that all make this awesome picture of the AT-ATs on Hoth. And in case you were wondering, on the other side of the boxes do make this same picture, so it is the same on both sides. Once you pull out each box, it'll show what section of the AT-AT you are building. So it does say box 1 of 4, and this one is building kind of the lower midsection with the top half of the legs, which looks very awesome. The building process overall was very good, except box 2 definitely was the worst of all the boxes because you have to build all 4 of the bottom parts of the legs simultaneously, so it's definitely very repetitive, but this was really the only downside to the building process. The other 3 boxes were very good. On the back of each box, it does show all 4 footprints of the AT-AT, which is a very nice detail. There are 4 instruction manuals, each having the same picture as each individual box with the same 1 to 4, so I really do love that. Like every 18+ set that LEGO releases, there's always a couple of pages at the beginning with some descriptions of the build you are building. Here's a nice background from Empire Strikes Back. Feel free to pause and read for any page that I flip through, but it's just a very nice addition to, the 18+ sets that you are getting. A nice little read. Here's some more pictures, and then this one does have one more page showcasing how to pick up the AT-AT and, what not to do and what positions not to position. So that one's a pretty funny one. I'm going to go through each individual instruction manual. Like I said, feel free to pause and read. Here's a nice picture of when the AT-AT gets taken out. And there's another picture of the leg. And here's just some more. So definitely very nice additions for these instruction manuals. Here's instruction manual 3. You can see that this one builds the whole mid-body section and even has a nice picture of the interior, which looks very awesome. And then it says meet the model designer. And here is the last instruction manual. There's a nice interior look at the head of the AT-AT. A couple more pictures from Empire Strikes Back. And the last couple of pages showcases every AT-AT that LEGO has ever released leading up to the UCS AT-AT, which definitely is a very nice couple of pages. Up first is General Veers. This is a very great looking minifigure and of course has very awesome dual molding legs for the black boots. And this is, what you like to see in a LEGO Star Wars UCS set. I really love the helmet mold and the printing. The face print looks very good. It does come with a pair of micro binoculars and a small blaster. The torso printing looks absolutely phenomenal, and so does the back printing. And he does have a second face where he is smiling. Next up are the 2 AT-AT drivers, which look very good. I really do love the helmet mold and the detail printing on it. Both of the torso and leg printings are very good. They're pretty much the same minifigure. The back printing looks good as well. Both face prints are just straight faces. Definitely great looking AT-AT drivers. I believe these are the same ones that came in the 2020 Play Scale AT-AT, but still good nonetheless. Up next is a Snowtrooper Commander. Apart from the insignia on his chest showcasing that he is a commander, it is pretty much the same minifigure to the other Snowtroopers, despite those, small little printing differences. I really do like the newer Snowtroopers. I would have loved these new Snowtroopers to at least get maybe a cloth piece for the waist. And I do miss the old Snowtroopers with the helmet mold that also had their backpack. I feel like that's kind of what these new Snowtroopers are lacking a little bit. But other than that, I mean, the printing looks very phenomenal. And I do still love the helmet mold, but I definitely would love at least a backpack piece or a waist piece to make it a little bit more detailed. And here are the other 4 Snowtroopers. I do like that this AT-AT comes with at least 4 Snowtroopers, more than one, to really fill out that big interior, which will be showcased later. But like I said, I do love the new Snowtroopers. I just wish there would be a little bit more extra, but the printing looks very good on each of them. They're all the same, so definitely nice to get more than one. Here are the face prints for all these Snowtroopers, a mix of smiling faces and angry faces. I really do love the Snowtrooper Commander with his face. Definitely looks very evil and a more veteran Snowtrooper, especially with, that under eye printing. So I really do love the detail there to make him a little bit different from just the regular Snowtrooper. The last minifigure is Luke Skywalker in his pilot outfit. I really love the torso and leg printing for the pilot outfit. This has been the same one that we've been getting for a while now, but it's still very good. The helmet mold is very detailed. His face print does have the yellow visor that goes with the helmet. He does come with his blue lightsaber, and the back printing looks very good as well. The secondary face print has his visor slightly lifted up, and he does have a smiling face. Of course, every AT-AT needs Luke Skywalker to have that play feature where he's hanging by the rope on the underside to then blow up the AT-AT. So this set does come with a few secondary builds, which comes with 2 speeder bikes, which do fit in the AT-AT, which I will show later in the in-depth. Both speeder bikes are built the same way, and they just look very nice, the newer design of the speeder bike, which I really am a fan of. There are the handles for the Snowtrooper to hold onto, and a printed control panel. I'm glad that the set comes with 2 of them. The second accessory is a cannon that a Snowtrooper can use as well, and I really do love the build on this one as well. It uses kind of these 3 gun pieces as its legs on this clear mid piece right here, so it definitely stands up very well and is perfect height for a Snowtrooper to stand and use it. This AT-AT is absolutely gigantic, coming in at 24.5 inches tall. This thing is massive. It is also very sturdy, being such a big build on these 4 big legs. I remember the 2020 AT-AT play scale model was very not sturdy. If you pushed it, it would fall over. But this one, you can give it a little nudge and it'll stay in place. So I really do love that for such a big sized model. Taking a look at all 4 legs, every single one is pretty much identical. Like I said, box 2, you pretty much build all 4 simultaneously, but they are very detailed on each side. I love all the tiling that makes it very smooth, and the different techniques used to build these very sturdy legs, which looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, of course, you can move each leg. If you can see in there, they all have a brown Technic piece on every joint. At the top, there's one, and on every single knee joint of the leg. So you actually build a trusty tool out of Lego pieces that is used to move each individual leg joint, which is a very fun feature. So you simply just take the tool and put it on any of the brown Technic piece within joint, and you simply just twist, and you can see the leg moving like that. And you can do this for every separate leg joint in each leg. It's such an awesome feature so that the legs aren't just set in any position, and it does give you some options on how you'd like to display the legs. So definitely a very cool feature. Here is a look at the underside with all the different detail. I love all the different smooth slope pieces that Lego used. You can definitely see a lot of the color breaks, which is a bit of a downside, but also this is the underside, so you won't see this during display, but there is a small stud spot to fit the string and rope that Luke hangs on to implant the bomb within the AT-AT, which of course is a nice feature. And it looks very nice zoomed out with him just hanging on the underside. Here is the rear view of the AT-AT, which is very detailed. I love some of the greebling on the inside right there, and the angles It just looks very nice on the rear. The AT-AT looks absolutely phenomenal from the outside. I mean, very accurate. I love all the different details that LEGO included within the exterior of the AT-AT. But they didn't stop there. There is also a full interior to this massive model. So on the outside, there's a couple of features on the door itself with this awesome door that slides out and lifts up. So you get a small little look into the full interior of the hallway. And of course, this whole wall panel can be taken off. You can simply just lift these two flaps outwards, and this midsection is attached by these hinges at the top, and it simply just slides out. Pretty simple to put on and pretty simple to take off as well. And then there are 3 separate roof panels that are all just attached. They're not really connected to anything. It's almost modular, but they're kind of just laying on a couple of small Technic pieces that keep them in place. And then it reveals the full interior, which you can fit a bunch of snowtroopers in. The other side of the AT-AT paneling is pretty much the same build, just mirrored. There are a couple of differences, and just piece differences, but they both do have that open door that lifts up. This interior looks so awesome. As you can see, there are a bunch of chairs in this set. This can fit over 40 snowtroopers, which is absolutely insane. And I really love that this model can do that. So this AT-AT is pretty close, if not minifigure scale, which is absolutely awesome. And minifigure scale is basically the scale as to if an actual person were to stand in front of the AT-AT as a minifigure stands in front of the AT-AT. So that's definitely a very awesome detail. Here are 2 snowtroopers sitting. In between each chair is also an open stud, which is a very nice detail because you can actually place the snowtrooper's weapon next to their seat so they can just pick it up when the action starts, which is a great addition. On the rear side of the interior are the 2 generators up here, the fuel canisters that, power the AT-AT, like all the pipes that come out of the generator into the canisters. It looks very awesome. On the underside or the bottom of the interior are the space for 2 speeder bikes, which do come with this AT-AT. They simply just sit on this kind of small pole piece and platform, so they simply just lay there. They're not really connected to anything. And there is a spot for 2 more on the right side in case you got any of the snowtrooper battle packs that did come with a speeder bike. This is just so awesome that this interior can fit all of these accessories plus over 40 snowtroopers. In this midsection here, there's plenty of studs to fit even more troopers. This is a UCS set, and sadly, there are stickers that do come in this set, like the wall lights. These are all stickers within the interior. Would have loved printed pieces for this $850 set. On the right side is this awesome ladder, which does connect to the top floor of the interior. Pretty repetitive to build. I think you had to place like 36 of those clip pieces, but the final product does look very good. On this left side are 8 more chairs, and in the middle is the doorway to get to the bridge or the head of the AT-AT. Here's a closer look at the top. If you see these Technic pieces, these red ones, that's what simply connects the top roof pieces. Like I said, it's kind of modular, but it kind of just stays in place. Like the top roof pieces, here's some more Technic axles. That's where the actual wall panels connect at the top. And then there's more wall paneling that uses more stickers. Now, within the interior is a cool feature that connects to the head of the AT-AT. You can actually move the AT-AT head to look both left and right. You can see in the midsection here all the moving parts. I mean, this is just such an awesome feature to have the ability to do, and looks very cool. Here's a closer look at all the panels on the top of the AT-AT. A mix of tiles and studs showing, and a couple of greeblings back here, which I really do like for some detail. Now for this set, there are some color pieces that do stick out, and there's really no way to fix them. That's kind of just the design of this set. There are some color pieces that show, which is a bit of a downside, especially like right here on both sides. You can see this tan piece that is showing. The head of the AT-AT looks absolutely phenomenal. On each side are the blaster cannons, which can move up and down to fire at the rebels. And of course, on the bottom are the main cannons, which you can move just like in the movie, which is a very cool feature that LEGO included. I really love the tunnel that connects the interior to the head. The way it was built is very nice and very sturdy, especially for that feature I showed where you can move the head. Here at the front are the translucent red pieces for the screen or the main window of the AT-AT cockpit. And I really love some of the techniques to really get the angles here on each side of the cockpit. Here's another instance where a little bit of color does shine through. Here's another tan piece, which, there's really no way to fix it. It does just show a little bit. Each side panel on the cockpit can be taken off. Here's what the side looks like, and here are the two Technic pieces that simply connect in these two holes, like almost modular like the other panels of the AT-AT, which reveals the interior of the cockpit. And this top part can lift up slightly as well to reveal a closer look. The interior space is pretty spacious, where General Veer stands right there with some control panels and the two AT-AT driver seats right there with the levers for them to drive the AT-AT. And it's just a very nice, detailed looking cockpit. There are the two AT-AT drivers in their seats and General Veer's in his station. Unfortunately, there are pretty big gaps in between each side panel of the cockpit, but I think that's just the design and what LEGO had to do to really get at least these angles with these wedge pieces. So, it doesn't look too bad, especially, when you're displaying it, you probably won't notice it as much, but there are some gaps in between the panels. They don't close all the way. And finally, there is the plaque, which has all the details and specifications of the AT-AT. Of course, this was before LEGO switched to printed plaques, so this is one giant sticker. And on the back is space for the leg moving tool to just fit on the back, so it's definitely very nice there, so it's not just placed randomly, on your display. But overall, it's still a good looking plaque. Definitely would have loved a printed plaque. This is such an awesome set, and I'm just very glad that I got it last minute before it retired. I consider this the best LEGO Star Wars set. It has an excellent interior. The exterior looks detailed and so accurate, and I just love this AT-AT build. Now I wish I got more of the Snowtrooper Battle Pack so I could fill this beast out, but yeah, I am a huge fan of this set, and it is an awesome display piece. Anyways, that is the end of the review, so definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit the subscribe button so you do not miss any more LEGO content. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.